Hey, I'm Ryan Reynolds.
Recently, I asked Mint Mobile's legal team if big wireless companies are allowed to raise prices due to inflation. They said yes. And then when I asked if raising prices technically violates those onerous two-year contracts, they said, "What the f*** are you talking about, you insane Hollywood ass?" So to recap, we're cutting the price of Mint Unlimited from $30 a month to just $15 a month.
Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
$45 upfront payment equivalent to $15 per month. New customers on first 3-month plan only. Taxes and fees extra. Speed slower above 40 gigabytes. See details.
Welcome back, everybody. It's Getaway Day, Friday, January 24th, 2025. Born on this date in 1997, actor and filmmaker Dylan Riley Snyder of Tuscaloosa. All right, now again, I don't make these up, but today is Beer Can Appreciation Day, supposedly on this day. In 1935, beer was first made available in cans. Mostly we're going to appreciate stay tabs, since we no longer have to worry about pop tops when we're running around barefooted at the park or the beach. Buffett didn't make that up. Today, we have updates on Space Command, a death row case, and TV meteorologists. I'm Mike Morgan, and we're down in Alabama. Last week, both of Alabama's U.S. senators, along with Congressman Dale Strong, introduced a resolution calling on President Trump to immediately set a course for U.S. Space Command to place its headquarters in Huntsville. Now, this week, Senator Tommy Tuberville said he had spoken with the president and that he feels very good about headquarters finally permanently landing in Alabama, reports AL.com's John R. Roby. The backstory on all of this, by the way, is a great snapshot of government and politics in action. 4 years ago, in January 2021, the Air Force announced it had made the decision to place the Permanent Space Command HQ at Redstone Arsenal in Huntsville, choosing the Rocket City out of a short list of possible destinations that also included its temporary location in Colorado Springs. Now, it was purported to have been a decision based on merit and strategy, not a politically motivated one, and it was made by military officials. However, Donald Trump, by then the former president, later went on the Rick and Bubba show and said he had single-handedly made the decision to place it in Alabama. Critics pounced, arguing that Trump was rewarding Alabama for loyalty to him. Elected officials in Colorado from both political parties made their case for Colorado Springs. And last year, President Biden made the decision to move the planned permanent HQ to Colorado. And now here we are. The old president is now the new president, and the debate is back on. Meanwhile, there are two mandated reviews of the Air Force's selection process that are overdue, and there's no indication when we might get to see those. Space Command could come with 1,600 jobs. The death row inmate who's scheduled to die by nitrogen gas next week is trying a less common tactic to avoid the death penalty. He wants to transfer to Michigan's prison system, reports AL.com's Savannah Rinke. Demetrius Terrence Frazier broke into Pauline Brown's Birmingham apartment in 1991. He searched for money, then woke her up to rape and kill her. A few months later, he was back home in Detroit. He took a 14-year-old girl into a vacant house to rape her, but she tried to run away, so he followed her and shot her dead. He was convicted in the Michigan killing and given 3 life sentences. A few years later, he was brought to Alabama, tried and convicted of Pauline Brown's killing, sentenced to death here, and taken back to Michigan. In 2011, Governor Robert Bentley reached an agreement with Michigan's governor that brought Frazier back to Alabama, where he has sat on death row ever since. Then, in November, his lawyers wrote to Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer, arguing that he's still in the legal custody of the state of Michigan. Now, Michigan hasn't had a death penalty since 1963. Still, it doesn't appear that Michigan will welcome Frazier back. A staffer has told his lawyers that the Michigan governor won't be acting on this. Allen Media Broadcasting has reconsidered outsourcing its weather coverage to the Weather Channel for its Alabama stations, reports reports AL.com's Howard Koplowitz. Allen Media operates 27 television stations overall and 2 in Alabama, WAAY in Huntsville and WCOV in Montgomery. On Monday, the company announced that instead of locally produced weather reports, its weather coverage would come from Weather Channel studios. WAAY 31 General Manager Mike Wright was crediting viewer feedback for the change. The local meteorologists also received vocal support from the biggest name in Alabama weather, ABC 3340's James Spann. The changes wouldn't have directly affected him or his job, but after Allen Media's original decision, Spann posted a statement saying that while broadcast television will be replaced by newer business models, covering a live weather event well requires a knowledge of the people, culture, and geography of a market. Well, that's it for this week, folks. We're going to be back here bright and early Monday morning. Until then, y'all come by and see us anytime you want to. We're on the World Wide Web at AL.com.